charismatic family means we involve the lay people in our mission. She said a while ago, how to nurture your gifts. We share our mission with lay people. That's why he mentioned about charismatic family. And for him, the charism is a gift of the Holy Spirit that is dynamically, that's this word, I need to say something there, dynamic. It's a gift. We said a while ago, nurture. Because as Jill Simon mentioned in her definition of charism, your gift, your charism, your supernatural gift, your spiritual gift can be static. What does it mean, static? Hi, you just receive it. Oh, Lord, okay, Lord. And so what? I'm a wise man. Yes. I have a lot of knowledge. Yes. I can speak in tongue. Yes. And so what? I enter into my womb. I close my womb. I protect it. And that is my gift. I protect it. You know? Now it's become static. You didn't grow. You didn't put baking powder there. You know how to make bread? Yes. Yes. You can make beautiful and lovely cake? Yes. Yes. The flour. You need to nurture it. So, make it grow. If you don't develop your charism, it is static. You just receive it. You receive it for yourself. You don't nurture it. You don't value it. Maybe you didn't even identify it. You need to make it dynamic. Dynamic means you cannot stay here like this. I receive it and no, cannot. OMI, out more than in. If you are always in, you are static. Always in. You don't move. And after a few months, you take care of your big belly. Because you don't move too much. You see me? I move a lot. Out more than in. You see? I cannot get too far. Dynamic. It means it can evolve from one generation. It can evolve from people to people, from culture to culture, from time to time, and ways to another. A charism for Father Ignacio is incarnated in people and associations. That's why people, we have the brothers, priests, and association, that's the lay association in our congregation. Incarnated. What does it mean for you? Incarnation. Yes. Become flesh. If you have a charism, what is wisdom? You don't know, right? What is knowledge? But knowledge, wisdom, counseling, speaking must be incarnated. Taking flesh. Where? In you. In you. Jesus became man. If you know the Bible very well, the Holy Gospel according to John, chapter 1. In the beginning, it was the Word, and the Word became flesh. That's his charism. Your charism must become flesh through you. Incarnation. Becoming human. If you put it on your notebook, it doesn't matter. Meaningless. You put it on your diary, you identify it, and you put it, I'm a good guy. I know how to give a good answer, good advice. You put it there. Useless. Must be incarnated in you, taking flesh in you. and responding to the missionary needs of the church. That is charism for Father Luis Ignacio. But let's go a little bit higher. For Pope Paul VI. We have Pope Paul VI and Vatican II. Yes? For Pope Paul VI, charism referred to consecrated life. You see the way we travel from gifts, natural gifts, supernatural gifts, and then giving to everyone. But if you you visit all the texts from Pope Paul VI, a charism is referred only to consecrated life. It means only those consecrated people can receive supernatural gifts. That is Pope Paul VI. If you are not a consecrated person, it means being nuns or priests for him. You don't receive supernatural gifts somehow. That's why a while ago we mentioned about dynamic, static, it's moving, evolving. And it's the specific gifts of the Holy Spirit received by founders. You see, not all the members of the congregation receive the charism. No, only the founder. Only the founders. And developed, dynamic, not static, in the congregation they found it. That is Pope Paul VI. Higher authority, Second Council of Vatican. The Second Vatican Council understands the word charism as a special graces through which the faithful are prepared, you see, moving already. Pope Paul VI is only founders of congregation. Vatican II, which the faithful means all the baptized, all of us. We see are prepared and willing to assume various tasks or ministries that contribute to renewing and building the church. You can forget everything, but these words, everywhere you will find it. Building the church. Receiving something, special gift, purpose is to build the church. That is Vatican II. So, now do you get the understanding of the word charisma? It's more or less clear. If after tomorrow someone approaches you and asks you about charisma, can you share something with that person? For me, it's not about the length. It's not about how long I will talk. It's about what you will grasp. If after this talk, after this sharing, someone approaching you, so you can share something with that person. And to share, you must understand. So, now let's go and see charism in the Bible, the Catechism of the Catholic Church, and Multi Relaciones. The word charism is used in the New Testament to speak of the particular gifts of the Holy Spirit granted to some of the members of the community for the common good. Remember the first one, it was to build the church. Appears again, common good. But the particularity is granted to some of the members. What does it mean? It means that all of you are a member of the charismatic movement. We know from the New Testament that the gifts of the Holy Spirit are diverse and all are necessary. Diverse. There is a diversity. You see, a while ago we said that for Jill Simons they are 24. A lot. In the New Testament, this gift involves all that God gives us in His grace through Jesus. And in the traditional teaching of the church, they believe that certain supernatural gifts, such as prophecy, healing, and speaking in tongues, were only they received them. Traditional teachings of the church means long time ago. They believe that some supernatural gifts, especially prophecy, healing, and speaking in tongues, were given only to the first generations of Christians. It means, according to the traditional teachings, all of us, we didn't receive such supernatural gifts. We cannot prophesy. We cannot heal. We cannot speak in tongues. Only the first generations of Christians can do that. And here, the charismatic renewal movement is here to challenge this belief, because just as St. Paul said, to each individual, the manifestation of the Spirit is given for some benefits. You see, we move already. A while ago, I said it was granted to some of the members of the community. And now with St. Paul, he said, to each individual, the manifestation of the Spirit is given for some benefits. Remember that. It's not just given. It's not just received, but always a purpose to build the church for the common good. And then St. Paul said for some benefits. Speaking of unity and variety in his first letter to the Corinthians, Paul mentioned 9 spiritual gifts. 9. For Jill Simon in the comprehensive guide, they are 24. There is exam after that. I should tell you. Exam assessment after that, okay? Comprehensive guide, 24. But St. Paul, they are only 9. Do you know all of them? Wisdom, prophecy, knowledge, faith, healing, mighty deeds, prophecy, discernment of spirits, varieties of tongues, interpretation of tongues. You know, my watch is my worst enemy. But we should go deeper to these things. There are 3 gifts there. 3 spiritual gifts. We should go through them. Because we have discernment of spirits. We have varieties of tongues. Because, you see, in some classification, you will see